Boards really need to be paying attention today to managing compensation risk in all incentive plan arrangements. They need to pay attention to the regulatory guidance that was effective June 25th, 2010. And they really need to have strong processes in place, need to have heightened corporate governance with regard to managing the plans, make sure that they know what the regulators' expectations are, have a process in place to do this on an ongoing basis, and a team in place internally with executive management so they can partner with the right people to have the right level of oversight, and also make sure what our shareholders' demands about aligning pay and performance. Bank boards need to be very familiar with the new rules about hedging practices and policies that the SEC passed December 18, 2018. The rules go into effect for public companies with fiscal year and beginning on or after July 1st, 2019, and the disclosure will be in the next year's proxy filed in 2020. The only exceptions to that are small reporting companies and emerging growth companies. The rules effective for those firms 1 year later for fiscal years beginning on or after July 1, 2020, and therefore the disclosure will be in the 2021 proxy filing. Well, hedging as it applies to compensation is really how we think about hedging your bet. You know, if you've got an investment in one stock, you might be thinking when it comes to hedging, what can I invest in that would kind of balance my risk or my exposure when it comes to that? In a hedging policy, you really need to name all the transactions that are prohibited, whether it includes puts and options and calls, so it's everything that the bank would really want to prohibit. The proxy advisory firms like ISS and Glass Lewis would like to see that all hedging transactions are prohibited because they feel that it's not in the best interests of the shareholders or in the best interests of the people affected by the policy, which includes executives, officers, and non-employee directors. There are other issues relative to compensation risks that bank boards should be paying attention to. One is they should make sure that they include all the arrangements that come under this guidance. The other thing is that this has to be done on an ongoing basis. So it should be an annual risk review, and there should be an internal committee as well that has representation from finance, HR, legal, and compliance. The business unit head should not be on that committee because there could be a potential conflict of interest. So there has to be good communication. It has to be done on an ongoing basis. You want to make sure there are no surprises. And the board and the compensation committee for sure need to remain flexible and open to making changes because regulatory expectations change and the economy cyclically changes, and you need to be able to respond to those changes to make sure that you're managing that risk effectively.